Let's talk about resume bullet points. Most resumes get looked at in 6 seconds. And the truth is the bulk of your resume is bullet points. And in this video, I'm gonna teach you 5 techniques that are gonna put you in the interview pile. Hey, I'm Dave Fano, and over the last 20 years as an executive and a manager, I've hired hundreds of people. And now as the founder and CEO of Teal, I've helped tens of thousands write incredible resumes, land interviews, and get amazing jobs. All right, so let's jump in and let me show you how to do this. So here we are in Teal, and what we wanna do is just list out what we did. A lot of people overthink it at the beginning. So we'll go ahead and just add a bullet. And right within Teal, there's a few things that can help you do it. There's some examples of other bullets if you want to use those to get ideas. But there's also prompts. It's important to know, did I make the company money? Did I save the company money? Did I make a process better? What I see a lot of people get stuck with is remembering what they did. But you don't need to overthink it. We can keep it super simple. So let's just write a responsibility. I helped the company launch new products. We'll just go ahead and save that. And we'll add another one and we'll say, I was involved in redesigning the onboarding experience to better activation for our mobile products. And I'll go ahead and save that. And see, now I've just written out basic responsibilities. But what we can do is use AI to now rewrite those for us. So I'll go ahead and improve it with AI. And it's going to automatically write different versions for me. It's going to write one with variables, one might include some numbers, and one's going to use more qualitative language. And so I could say I improved the onboarding experience by implementing user feedback, leading to a more intuitive interface that boosted customer satisfaction. That's a more impactful resume bullet that speaks to what I did when I was there. If you want to use a version that includes numbers, you can, or you can go ahead and change that later. So I'm going to go ahead and save that. And now it's going to go ahead and grade it for me. It doesn't have metrics, but look, that's okay. Not every single bullet needs to have metrics. So we'll just go ahead and save that bullet. And now we've got a version of that one. Now here, I helped the company launch new products. That's pretty generic and there's not a lot going on there. So let's go ahead and improve that one. And here we can see spearheaded, that's a great action verb. Drove product launch initiatives, that's another great action verb. And that's what you want. You want to have some action verbs. You want to then show the metrics of what you did and ideally some context on why you did it. And so you can see here that each of these do these. You can pick the one that works for you. I'll go ahead and use that bullet and say we increased user engagement by 32%. And I'll go ahead and save that. And with that technique, you can just go from having basic responsibilities to then turning them into impactful bullets. Now that transformation is powerful, but it only works if you have the right words that are gonna get you found. Most people think the keywords are just about copying the job description word for word and so that the ATS bot will pick you. That's not really how it works. Recruiters and hiring managers skim your resume for keywords. These might be techniques, technologies, processes, soft skills. They're the core words they're looking for, and it's probably anywhere from 5 to 10 that are really important to them so that then they'll continue to read the rest of your resume. There's a technique to weave in keywords that are going to get you past that initial 6-second skim and increase your chances of being interviewed. Let me show you how that works. Now we're going to go ahead and add in a bullet, and we'll go ahead and write it with AI. And instead of the automatic writing, which is pulling from the job description, we're going to say keywords. And you can get keywords that are relevant to your position. In this case, it's product management, and you can add in your own if you want. Here, these are more sort of team related ones. I want to make one that's about activation. So I'll just go ahead and add that keyword, engagement, conversion. So now we'll have keywords that are all about getting users onboarded, activating, and product adoption. Go ahead and continue that. And now here you can see increased user activation, boosted user engagement, achieve significant conversion rate improvements. All of these are key. They show the impact I had on the business, and I've had some keywords that I wanted to get in because I knew I wanted those in my resume and I didn't exactly know how to weave them into bullets. So that's a great way to use AI to help you do that. So we'll go ahead and pick that one. We'll go ahead and use that bullet. And while I'm here, I'm gonna analyze it, make sure it checks all the boxes, and it's awesome. It's got metrics, no issues, hits on action verbs. So we'll go ahead and save it. And just as easy as that, now we've got some keywords in our resume. But even with the perfect keywords, you can get a little stuck with your own work. You might not remember all the stuff you did. And that's where this next technique comes in. A lot of people can't even see what's valuable in their experience. Imagine having someone who sits with you and asks you questions and teases out all of your accomplishments. It walks through your work step by step and pulls out the good stuff that you forgot about. To do that, we'll come over and click Add Bullet, and we're gonna write with AI. This time, we're gonna use the Coach Me mode. And again, using your job title, it is gonna ask you questions and see the kinds of things that you did. So user feedback implementation, we'll go ahead and use that. Then it's gonna ask the impact. So we'll go ahead and say we improved product usability. We'll continue, and now it's gonna use those inputs to generate bullets for you. We'll go ahead and pick this one, use bullet, and save it. Now, if one of the things that you wanna do is not on the list, you can go back to Coach Me, and we'll go ahead and manually add a task, increased activation and engagement. We'll continue, and now it'll ask us follow-up questions based on that. And we boosted revenue growth. So we'll continue, and then now here we go, we've got bullets. We'll use that one, and we'll save it. Now these work great for your current job, but what if you can't remember what you did at a job 3-5 years ago? There's a way to bring those experiences back to life using similar job postings as memory triggers. Let me show you another technique that's gonna work great for that. So here we had a job as a product manager at Spotify. So what we'll do is we'll use a job search engine or a job board to look those up. Here, right within Teal, I'm looking for that, and I've filtered this to jobs at Spotify, and I found a junior product manager position. That's a position I had a long time ago, but it's gonna show me the responsibilities of that position, and I can use those to jog my memory. I'm gonna go ahead and now add that job to my tracker, and it's gonna be available to me when I come over to the job matcher and pull in junior product manager. So now I can see the job responsibilities right here side by side with my resume. And what I'll go ahead and do is add a bullet to my associate product manager position, which is a more junior position. I'll add a bullet, I'll write with AI, and this time I'll use the job description. And that's gonna put the job responsibilities right there for me to pick from. And so here I can see if these were things that I did in that job. And again, since it's at the same company, the job description's probably similar. Now, if you have your job description from when you had that job, you could just paste it in and use it. But we'll go ahead and use this. We'll continue. Now that's gonna write bullets for us based on the job description. We'll go ahead and pick this one, use bullet, and save it. Now, we're not using this job description to apply for this job, so we don't care about the matching score or anything like that. We're just using it as input to generate bullets so that we can log all those successes and have them in our master resume. Now, once you have all that raw material in your master resume, here is a really cool technique that's gonna make your bullets shine. Specific phrases and the order in which you put together your bullets can make a huge difference. Let me show you what I mean. So we'll go ahead and take this bullet here that's got a couple metrics in it, and let's rearrange it. So let's improve it with AI and come over to custom prompt. Using the exact metrics in this bullet, please put the metrics at the front of the bullet and follow up with the impact and how I did the work. So there you can see it puts the impact right at the beginning. It shows what you achieved with the metrics and then follows it up with what you did and why you did it. So we'll go ahead and use that bullet. We'll save it, and let's bring that bullet up to the top. And so what I would do is think about the bullets that you can really lead with the impact, the metrics that you had, and put those as the first, second, or third bullet. So as soon as someone's reading, that's gonna be the thing that catches their attention. Not only is the order of the bullets in the resume important, think about the order of the metrics in the bullets themselves. That first bullet on the page is really important, and these are the kinds of things you wanna do to have them stand out. And when you start to bring this level of detail to your bullets and how they get on the page, amazing things start to happen. All right, so we just covered my proven system for turning weak resume bullets into powerful ones that'll get you interviews. Now I want to hear from you. Which technique are you most excited to try? Leave a comment below and tell me your biggest resume challenges. Are you struggling with how to turn your achievements into numbers, how to get metrics into your resume? Are you trying to figure out the right keywords to get into those bullets? Or maybe it's about not being sure how to make your past jobs sound interesting or how to translate them if you're career pivoting. I read every comment and I'll often reply with personal advice. So please share your specific situation. If this video helped you see your resume differently, please hit that like and subscribe button. We want to be able to make more of this content to help more people land jobs they love. I try and post a new video every week, so if there's particular topics you want me to cover, please let me know. One of the next ones on deck is resume myths and things that might be hurting you that you weren't aware of. So stay tuned, and I hope to see you next week.